Hey yo, what's going on YouTube family? Welcome to Underdeveloped, and we are continuing our Snyder Cut week with another review to a DCEU movie. This is the first movie in the franchise that started it all. And this came out in 2013, directed by Zack Snyder. So this movie stars Henry Cavill, Amy Adams, Russell Crowe, Kevin Costner, Diane Lane, Harry Lennox, Christopher Maloney, and Michael Shannon. And going into this movie, we open with a long 15-minute sequence of Krypton.
It's only 15? The first one was like at least 20.
No, it's 15.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
We get to see Clark being born through these... So in this story, Krypton has like a weird kind of chamber thing where people are like born from these kind of like this tree of like little fucking eggs. You know what I mean? Like they're basically not made normal. They're like manufactured, I guess, and predetermined to fill out a role within society.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty much the abandonment of free will. But Clark was the first Kryptonian in generations that was born naturally, so that made him special. And ironically, this is around the time where Krypton has exhausted their natural resources because their planet that's all about technological advancement and exploration, and they exhaust all the resources, and within that made their core unstable and kaputs.
Yeah.
To me, it made more sense if the sun is blown up. But okay, we can go that way though. You can't damage your planet resources by draining their natural resources.
Yeah,
but if you're explorers, you think you'll find other sources of of energy if you travel all the distant cosmos. But they can travel to other galaxies within like a short period of time through their they put Star Trek to shame. You know what I mean?
I feel like there's been like a bunch of different ways that Krypton has exploded throughout the century, I guess. Because I feel like the best way was like at least my personal favorite way was the one in the Superman animated series where it was Brainiac manipulating a bunch of people. Like
that's what I would have done.
Flat out lying to them about the situation, and that's what.
That was one of my first fucking actually options because that makes so much sense, and I remember that too when I watched it. And of course, and that would work with an extended universe kind of thing because that would set up a future movie and a future villain. To me, the opening sequence should have been John and Martha is driving home from something, maybe like kind of like Smallville was. It's like, I kind of wish I had a kid, whatever. Next thing you know, that shit falls from the sky right into the farm, knocks their car into the tailspin. And you find that kid. Next thing you know, this kid, you know what I mean, exhibits superpowers years later. You know what I mean? And then we develop and going to school, learning things, meeting girls, falling in love with Lionel Lang, dealing with bullies, meeting friends. You know what I'm saying? Want to be and thriving for that normal life. And then develop. It's going to take a little longer. You know, it might be a 3-hour movie, but you have to develop him as a character.
Yeah. Like, I don't think that many people would have been upset over a 3-hour Superman movie. It was good.
No, especially if it's an origin story. I mean, you have to develop the character. You know, you have to develop him as Superman. You know what I mean? Because this is a god-level hero.
Or another thing they could have done, they could have just not told the origin story at all. That also would have been fine because everyone knows it already.
Yeah.
So it's like, one or the other. Either tell it and make it good, or skip it and get to the plot.
Yeah.
Don't do this half-assed back and forth kind of thing.
And that's the problem. It wasn't that it was bad scenes. It was good. It just the way it was structured.
It was like
it had some good stuff, especially in the first half. It had some great stuff in it.
Yeah,
it had the makings of a great Superman movie. He just first of this dark tone color palette just is not Superman's tone.
No,
You're not capturing the essence of what Superman is. You're not carrying what Joe Shuster and Alfred Goh was going for. You know, when they created the character. You know, he's colorful, he's vibrant, he's hope. You know what I mean? This guy looks like he's too into Batman Begins and Christopher Nolan did. To me, this looks like a director that doesn't fully understand who Superman is. You know what I mean? Kind of comes with his own ideas. You know what I mean? And it just doesn't, and he's trying to recreate something else that isn't what that character is. You know? You know, Batman worked because that was Batman. He operates in a more real world. Like, I do like the real world aspects of Man of Steel. Like, he does somebody, he just comes on the scene, everybody's in awe and big fans and lunchboxes.
There are good scenes in there.
Like, it's realistic for a superpowered alien being to scare the shit out of people. You know what I'm saying? Like, who did this guy's intention? What is he trying to do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then that would have dealt more with Superman 2 instead of Baby Yes, a Superman 2 movie. And that would have been dealing with the politics of who Superman is and who he is to the world. And then facing a villain like Lex Luthor. that has the god complex against somebody that pretty much is a god. You know what I mean? That would have been the focus of Superman 2.
Like him just being a random drifter, a super hobo, basically. It's just kind of weird. I don't think it was like the right move for him.
Yeah, I'm saying this movie has a bunch of like this wrong moves.
Yeah, like I think that's a lot of what bugs me about like the Snyder, like DC movies. Like I feel like they just really mischaracterize a lot of people. You know, like of course there's like
I don't know what he did. I don't mind what he did for Wonder Woman. I thought she was fine.
No, Wonder Woman's fine.
And I like what he did for Aquaman. To be honest, like I like that look.
Yeah, like those two are like the ones where I'm cool with.
Yeah, Flash. Everyone else, I wouldn't went with
everyone else, go fuck off.
I personally like and people find this really controversial when he kills Zod. A lot of people didn't like it, but I'm like, Dash is not bad. That was by far not the worst part. That made the most sense. I'm like, yeah, do what he had to do.
The thing is, I feel like the reason why, like, I understand it, but I feel like the circumstances itself were just kind of like they weren't executed as good as they could have been. Because I feel like why didn't he just like fly up real fast? There's no way Zod could have like hit him. I guess. I don't know. I feel like there are ways around that.
That's true, but he could always get aimed down.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Like, I'm not against that concept of Superman killing Zod if it's specifically to save somebody else who would die unless he did otherwise.
And that's kind of what happened. I'm like, and that made sense.
And
I would force him to do something that he would hate to do.
I'm agreeing with you where I'm on your side of this like controversy in terms of intent. Like, I get it. You know, at least it's not Batman where the guy who famously doesn't use guns and starts shooting everybody.
Yeah. That wasn't a good call either.
That was a horrible call.
When Clark got on that ship, the movie started to decline a little bit. It had that whole sequence with him, with Zod, and then some kind of fake space where he's seeing all like the decayed bodies. That is the carnation of the new Krypton.
Yeah.
And then it had this weird thing with Zod just playing like whack-a-mole, you know what I mean? Just like helping Lois and Clark escape the ship. And it has some good fight sequences in Smallville, like that was dope. But to me, the quality just like it just kind of went straight into like the rest of the movie.
Yeah, like it just felt like generic action movie climax.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
It didn't feel like there was anything super unique about it.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't horrible, but.
And one thing I do like is the realism of how they left the city. Like with a fight like that, people dead. You know what I mean? So
I did like that too. That was a nice.
So that was a nice touch, and that would lead into a great sequel. Because now,
in theory,
Clark has to deal with that shit as Superman and deal with the fallouts.
Unfortunately, what it actually led to was not that compelling.
Could have been, but it wasn't fully realized.
Yeah.
Just like this movie. So this movie suffers from that problem as well. So therefore, with this concluding this review, I would give this movie Man of Steel from 2013 a 2.75 out of 4.
Oh wow, that's actually really close to what I was going to say. I was going to give it like a 2.6. I just wasn't like it's not horrible. It just didn't do anything. It didn't make me excited to see more.
Yeah, because three. If I gave you a 3, I'd have thought you were good. Yeah. And I'm like, you have good aspects, but don't mean you were good. You had a lot of shit to work on.
Yeah.
Like this movie had potential. I'll say that.
It did.
I'll give it that.
It did.
This movie has potential. Has a good cast. A decent alright Superman, I guess. A little flat, but a decent.
He can work.
A decent story, you know.
Yeah, again, like this should just come up with a completely different script. Like there's a lot of talent in terms of the cast and crew, but just come out with a completely different script and you have a much better movie.
That's a little extra. No, a completely different script with a lot of changes for sure. A lot.
Oh yeah, I mean, by the time you're done with all the revisions, it's basically a different script.
Yeah, like, I don't mind the story and the trajectory, just though how you get there.
The story itself is alright, I guess.
Yeah, just like how you get there and the specifics.
Yeah, the structure.
Yeah, the structure's off and what you put in there specifically. Like, so the dialogue and everything, like, I need to know that, you know.
Yeah.
But
beat some of the actual character.
Yeah. Okay, so that concludes our review for Man of Steel. But in saying all that, we are excited to see what Zack Snyder did. Curious
to see what
this Snyder Cut is about redemption for everybody involved, like Leto, Affleck, whatever else.
Yeah, this is very much a do or die for the DC cinematic.
Yes. So with saying that, this concludes our review. So stay tuned for more DCU reviews before leading up to Snyder Cut, which is dropping on Friday. on Thursday, but we'll be seeing on the weekend. So you'll see our review to that probably during the weekend or early next week. So stay tuned for that. And au revoir, good luck, later, goodbye. Have a good one, y'all. Stay tuned with everything underdeveloped. Click the links at the end of our videos to other reviews and reactions. Watch our other reactions to other videos. We have a lot of stuff on there that you may enjoy. So just rock with us.
Yeah. Lots of head.
Yeah.
With that being said, we'll see you all next time.
The fuck you say?